Hello people, doing a little unboxing here today on Dose of Drew. Not just unboxing, but pulling it straight out of the mail for first time bits. Let's see what I can show here. For those who don't know, that says Western Active and has all the, I showed the numbers, but for all that matters. Western Active, for those of you who don't know what that means honey badger. So let's check out. There's been a couple of new releases. I definitely jumped in. I have been waiting on at least one release of this particular style. And yes, I opened the packages like that. Bam, honey badger. Ooh, particular style came out. That was important to me. One, I don't have the leaf point. I like all the honey badgers, particularly the Warancleaver. I own the medium with the choil, which is my favorite design of theirs, hands down. But the new leaf point, bam. For those of you who can't read and understand what the model numbers are, there you go. The leaf black blade in D2 with the medium. Yes, it's made in China, and it is for a South African company. Bam, honey badger don't care. I really do like their stuff. Honey badger is a really good company. Yes, it's Chinese made, South African owned, but they do a really good job of a modular design that allows you to do a lot of customization with some really good designs for a lot of different stuff. Very good company if you want to get into like collectibles, making your own. You can get white scales, you can get G10 scales. You can do a lot of stuff to mod your honey badger into a full G10, D2. There's only stainless and D2 blades, but once you put something on there, you can do a lot to really upgrade your knife. And so I highly recommend honey badgers for budget people who really want to maintain that itch, but you need to get on a budget. This is a really good option to be able to do a whole lot of customization for not a whole lot of money. Product information and warranty guide. Not only does honey badger not care, I don't either. That's not true. I will get there. All right, so a couple of things first. Adjustment wrench, which is nice, comes with it. Right, it's got the different sizes. It is an L wrench shape. Bam, and here is the prize. Ooh, D2 leaf blade, all black, blacked out, full ninja, and out the box, first flip. Ooh, and yeah, that drop point is just, man, and that trail on the medium is one of my, that's actually really cool. This is getting real close. The Warancleaver's got a lot less curve to it, but this one's got the angle to the, getting it off there, this one's got the angle to the thumb hole. Really gets you a lot of point. I mean, it's right, it's a nice angle. It's an angle that allows you to really just drop your finger on there and you can really get some good control. It's a little low, but it means that you know where you're pointing. It's very intuitive to use. That little bit of raise on the back. Ooh. That's there. For those who are wondering about size comparisons, here it is compared to my Wenar. As you can see, it is slightly larger than my Wenar, but the important part, really important part, there's more cutting edge. So as far as I'm concerned, my Wenar is larger. All right, so there we are. There's a size comparison for you. But really, this is just comfy. There's a really good grip on the hand. It's almost pistol. It's a different angle. It's not really so much a drop point as a drop handle. It really puts that with the handle drop right there. There's the balance point. Ooh. Coated blade and D2 corrosion resistance help. Black FRN with steel liners, very well milled out, very lightweight. Honey badgers are very light. In fact, let me get the trusty little kitchen scale here. So the advertised 2.9, that's 2.89. I'll give them the fact that they're under what they claim. And of course, that D style hole, fantastic for it. The flipper, great bearings in the pivot. D2 steel, doesn't even really need to be worked in right out the box. That's just fantastic. So there we are, you guys. My own little D2 drop point. The first D2 offering I've seen of this drop point. It really, it looks a little weird when you do it like that, but if you put it so the top of the blade is there and you realize this is more of a drop handle, you'll start to understand just how nice this really is. It's different, because that angle changes things where both the Warren cleaver and the other like regular one, the other one I think is a drop point. This one's almost a modified sheep's foot, but they call this one the drop point. Yeah, the other one's almost straight. There's a Tanto too, where it's straight, where it's basically straight through the handle. This one's not only a drop point, but by doing that, they drop the handle. And that just, it puts that tip right in line with your thumb when the handle's in there. And so you can really, yeah, it gives you finger clearance. It puts the tip down while your hand's out of the way. So if you're doing anything there at the tip, your hand's got clearance. Right, so you see if I can do this here. You see how you got the tip right there? And it takes that to get clearance. Then, man, yeah. Good control. Pinch grip is fantastic. In fact, it's better than the others. Oh, man, that pinch grip is better than the other designs for sure. Very, very nice. There you go. The Honey Badger D2 unboxing. Definitely enjoy that quite a bit. Gonna have to do a little bit more on this. Not a whole lot to review because honestly the internals are there. If you don't already know, the internals are good. I've done a little bit of review, but if you haven't, check out more online. These are good mechanically, so there's not a lot more to review other than just this one's worth a different review simply because the change in angle changes actually very much how this knife engages. So I'm really looking forward to see how that full flat grind and that distal taper, man, all that jimping right up there for your fingers. Can I see that? Show that somehow? There's no light reflection. There you go. See all that jimping right there? For your finger to be on the top. The jimping right there for the solid thumb over. It's just driving that point. This drop point, I think the other one they call the leaf, and this one's the drop. No, this is the leaf, and the other one's the drop. Right? This one's the leaf, and the other one's the drop. I don't know why they call it. So this is the leaf point. Sorry, my mistake before. Correcting myself mid-review. This is the leaf. The other one's the drop. This one looks like it drops more, but it is what it is. All right, so there we go. End of the review. I correct myself. This is the leaf, not the drop. I said it backwards before. This is the leaf point. The other one's the drop point. They have a Tanto, and they have the Warren cleaver, which but honestly, if you ask me, it's a modified sheep's foot. But there you go. Very fantastic little offering. Can't wait to get a little more use out of it and see how they do. Check out more stuff from honeybadger.com. This has been a dose of Drew. I am said Drew. Another little unboxing here for Friday Night Knives. Have a great rest of your night.